Okay, so you ask, how do I share a Google Drive folder or file with my virtual assistant? This is a very straightforward process, and I'm going to show you now. First, you need to open Google Drive. For example, this is your Google Drive, and you locate the file or folder that you want to share. For example, this is the file that you want to share. You need to select the file like that. You click on it, and then over here, you can see an icon of a person with a plus sign. This is the share menu. So you click this icon right here, and you will be shown this menu right here. This is now the time that you can type your virtual assistant's email address. After putting in the email address of your virtual assistant, you can then change the settings. If you want your virtual assistants to have editing access, then you make sure that the settings is set to editor. If you only want them to make a comment on the file, then you make sure this one is checked. Commenter is checked. Or if you only want them to view the file but not make changes to it, then you only need to check viewer. After selecting the file access that you want them to have, you can then write a message, although this is optional, but I like to give the person some context into why I'm sharing the file. So you can just type something like, "Hi, this is my message. Here is the file that you need for the task," or something like that. And then you can add your sign off. And then you can send the file to that person. And now Google is going to ask you if you really want to share, because if this is the first time that you're sharing a file to your virtual assistant, it's going to check if you are intentionally doing so. So if you're sure that this is the correct email for your virtual assistant, you can just click share anyway. Now, after doing that, your virtual assistant is going to get an email that they now have access to this particular file. Now, I know your next question is going to be, how about if I want to revoke access? You do the exact same thing. So you just click on the file that you want to revoke access from your virtual assistant, and then you find the share settings icon again. You'll click on that, and then once you have this dialog box here, you can then change the setting from viewer to remove access like this. You can also transfer ownership or add expiration, but that's another story. But if you just want to remove the person's access, you can just click remove access, and that person won't be able to access it anymore. Take note, unless you press save, those changes aren't going to take effect. Your virtual assistant might still have access to the file. So make sure you click save like that. All right. And it would say that your access is now updated because the status is going to show up here. You might also ask, what if I have a folder with a bunch of files in it that I want to share with a virtual assistant? Very simple, same process. So let's say this is the Google folder that you want to share with your virtual assistant, and inside the Google folder, you have different files. So what you need to do is, there are two ways to do this. You can click on the folder like that, and then go to the side and still click the share settings icon like this. And then you can type in the email address of your virtual assistant, and then you can set what kind of access they have, if it's viewer, commenter, or editor. Another way to share a folder is, and if you want to check what's inside the folder first, you can double click on the folder. You'll see what the files are inside. And then you find your way over here where you will see the name of the folder that you have. And then there's a drop down here, which you can then click, and then you can navigate yourself over to the share option and then click this one. And then you do the exact same thing. You just put here the email address of your virtual assistant, and then you add what kind of access that they have. You add a message if you want to give them context while you're sharing it, and then just hit send. And that's it. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions that you would like to ask and that you want our team to make a video of, just comment down below and we'll do our best to guide you. Before you go, if you want more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe and follow us on social media so that you don't miss any new videos. See you soon.